All right. So Capricorn, this one's about you. And you're probably aware, because you've watched other videos and things all over YouTube, that December is going to be a big month because everything is changing at the end of the month. It's a very, very big deal, especially for Capricorns. Saturn moves into Capricorn, okay? So it's the end of an almost 3-year cycle and the start of a new 3-year cycle, which is going to be life-changing for you, Capricorn, okay? From the ground up, one way or another. And it's going to be long and slow. Let's just tell it how it is, okay? Of course, all the other stuff going on too. But right now, just for December, we're just shuffling the cards. Cards are already pre-shuffled well in advance. Well shuffled. No reversals, no flyers, no jumpers, no oracles, not even any reversals. Sorry. Just like to keep it very, very simple. And then you can reinterpret however you want. You watch your sun, moon, and rising, and then tell your own story, okay? I'm just giving you the Tarot Lumination spin on things. So let's have a look. We're just going to go for it, okay? Yeah, sorry, that was a very strange cut there. Oh my gosh, we seem to be wanting these single card cuts. That's pretty rare, but they do happen. Okay, let's just see what happens, all right? So this would be your core heart energy. You might not even have any words for this, any language, anything. It's just there. It's the pulsing, beating heart of an animal, the animals that we are. We are human beings. Sorry, I didn't want to get rude or anything, but we're basically, you know, these living beings, these creatures, that we have these pulsing hearts inside us that start from the moment of our birth to the moment we drop, and that's it. And everything happens around this, our thoughts and our experiences and everything. But at the core, we are the heart. So what are we bringing in with us, Capricorn? Let's have a look. This is legacy energy. It could be for months. This could be the last 2.5 years for Saturn in Sagittarius, getting you all prepped up for Saturn in Capricorn. It might have been a great ride, a mixed ride, a bumpy ride. Who knows? This is the energy of now. The perpetual now, as we're living through this little time period that we call December. You're always in the now. We have this thing called the past. We have this thing called the future, but we're always in the now. And it's in the now that we make our decisions, okay? That's here. And when you make decisions, you're always facing what we think of as the unknown, the future, okay? And we'll come to that in a moment. But how do you make your decisions effectively so that you can make the most loving decisions that are the best for you? Because what's best for you is best for the rest of the world, okay? And in doing that, understanding and accepting the laws of attraction, then this would sort of make sense when it comes to you as energy. And if you think it's more about how, like, there's life and then you have to go and live it or go and get it or do something with it or react to it, then this might feel more like fate. This is the energy of uh-oh, based on the risks and the decisions that we make from over here earlier in the journey. Like, okay, I'm making this decision right now. What happens if it works? What happens if it doesn't work? And then this would be the energy, like the momentum. Where does this all lead us? And we're going to look at this card in just a moment. Circumstantial energy, like permeating everything here. And think of it like weather, so it doesn't own you. You own it. You're going to make the best of it, no matter what it is, okay? If it's really yucky weather, you dress up accordingly. If it's gorgeous weather, you make the most of it. And if you're really happy, it doesn't matter what the weather is. Okay, so first look, that's you. Okay, right there. And then this is your reading here. I hope you can see that. I think of it as a journey that your heart has to endure for this month, however many thousands of heartbeats that might be. And this is the weather, Ace of Cups. Whoa. Okay, we're coming in with a big bang here, Capricorn. So it's very, very, very much about the energy of love. And for you, Capricorn, maybe it's about time. Seriously, you know, it's been a very heavy, long slog grind for you, Capricorn. Pluto has been going through there since 2000, whatever it is, 2008. We're almost talking like, whatever it is, 9 years or something already, and we still have years to go. So it is a deep, heavy, long-term transformational grind. And things are going to intensify, okay? Starting at the end of this month. This is going to be an incredible opportunity to love you first and to find out what it really, really is all about, to receive love, okay? Because giving love is one thing, receiving love is a whole other thing. And this is the Ace of Cups, the energy of sacred opportunity. And it's right here, all around you. And the thing about the energy of opportunity, because it is a gift from your angels in heaven above, it's very important to understand how sacred this is and to accept this gift. So if you don't accept it, no one's going to hold it against you. But if you can imagine your angels have feelings just like you do, can you imagine if some beautiful person gives you this amazing gift and you look at it and go, nah, nah, it's not my thing. Can you imagine what it would be like being that other person? Well, that's how your angels would feel, okay? Just letting you know. So what's going on at the core here? The King of Cups. So you might already be at work at this, trying to come to grips with this already. It's almost like my feeling is that you're deep in it already. You already have a very clear understanding of what we were just talking about, but it's been going on for years, and it's going to go on for years. And you're doing everything you can to maintain your sovereignty of self, your emotional mastery, owning your heart energy, because you probably already have figured out through some probably very painful and very challenging conditions over the last few years that if you do not maintain this very high level of sovereignty of self, then you can really start falling apart very quickly. It can really, the turbulence in which you might be swirling can actually, start to take over, where this King of Cups energy would be you in your highest vibration, where you are maintaining yourself in a very, very dignified, very loving manner, as best you can already, being as loving as you can be and being as kind and generous to receiving love as you can to yourself already. So you might be already well at it. It's just that there is so much more to do. And I'm not trying to like pop any bubbles here or put a big downer on here, but the pressure is going to be on starting in 2018, okay? Full on for 3 years. Just letting you know, okay? So, in other words, this energy of sovereignty of self may be very seriously tested. Okay? What are you bringing in with you? Okay? Okay. You're working at it. Okay, with the Three of Pentacles here, it's on the understanding. It's just like, oh, what's that song she wrote? Not, building a mystery. Da, 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 building a mystery. I'm not saying mystery. This is building something real, building something tangible. It is very much Capricorn energy here with the pentacles. It's the understanding that it is work. It takes huge amounts of work, dedication, responsibility, time, commitment, and let's say graciousness to others, so that you can, let's say, put yourself in a place, or where you have been putting yourself in a place um, almost religiously, where you've just been working at it, working at it, working at it, like carving out like the, like, I don't want to say destiny, but the foundations that you need to create to survive this long term. Because we got years ahead, Capricorn, for this energy that you're living through. And it does involve team effort, and it really, really involves integrating with your people and your people integrating with you. Uh, and you're already, this is work in progress, and other people dig you. They already get it. They are already seeing the awesomeness of Capricorn in play, evidence, living by example, and you are receiving the feedback and the encouragement that you deserve, and you respond accordingly by sticking to your craft, sticking to your true Capricorn nature of being that manager, builder, uh, owner, the leader person who's in charge, who knows how to get stuff done. And it is a craft, it is a skill. Okay. And you have that and you're working at it and you've been working at it a long time. And there's more to do. Okay. With this, if you want to get really primitive here, like, it takes generations of people to build those old cathedrals and abbeys that they have all over the world, especially in places like England and Northern Europe. They just didn't build it in like 3 months like they would build a skyscraper over in uh, Beijing. Uh, People would be born and lived and died being the stonemason just for building the first parts of the structure. So it's that kind of legacy energy we're talking about here. Deep long-term energy, and you're in the thick of it, deep in the thick of it. What about now? Woo! Oh. Well, with the lovers here, there is a strong emphasis on relationship, loved ones, loving, very, very big decisions about what to do and how to move forward from here. And you might be in this kind of like, oh, gulp moment coming through December as you go, as we all are living through the very last degrees of Saturn in Sagittarius, realizing that you're feeling this huge buildup to a big, like, global shift, global change in energy right now. And it's going to affect you head on, which is going to put you right in the spotlights of actually doing what you already do very well already, which is making very big, important decisions. Typically, a really healthy, well-evolved Capricorn is very, very good at the phenomenon of decision making, the process of decision making. And it is a skill, it is a craft, it can be learned, it can be understood. And we've already learned on Tarot Illumination that there is a science, it's called the science of decisions. And you can study that. And I'm very lucky at Tarot Illumination to have met a person who's deep in that world at the highest academic levels, because they use that in military operations, global disaster planning, traffic management, city management, things like that. So you, Capricorn, right now, coming through this month, my feeling is that you right now are very aware of the legacy that you've brought in with you and where you're headed and where you're going, and that it's going to be amplified more than ever before. Like, you're going to be tested more than ever before. Okay, Capricorn, so you really want to see what you're made of? Watch out when Saturn and Capricorn enters your life and your world. That process of making those really big, tough, important executive decisions about how you run the life of Capricorn CEO of Capricorn, which has ripple effects on other people, serious ripple effects on other people. Watch this. Like, watch this page, because the energy of decision making is going to become very, very important in your life, in your world. Okay? And how it's going to affect your relationship with yourself and all your significant others. In fact, maybe even a particular one. We'll see. Let's have a look. Decision making. Wow. So this is very fortuitous, because luckily, the way this reading is coming out, it feels as though it's like you get it. You understand, Capricorn, that there is a lot at stake here, that there's so much to be gained, so much to be learned, even though you've come so far, so hard already, and there's so much more to do. But you can handle it because you're a Capricorn. You're built for the long haul. And so when it comes to the process of making decisions, it's on the understanding that every single decision holds the energy of sacred opportunity for manifesting better life, better things, better outcomes, a better world for yourself and for others, simply by taking the risks every time, every day, making some days, sometimes it takes weeks and months to make one important decision. Sometimes you have to make a lot of tiny incremental decisions that add up to one big decision. But either way, it always means taking that risk and the adventure, moving down the path through that portal of the unknown, facing the future that we call the future, to where opportunity lies. Opportunity, by definition, lies in the present, but cannot be accessed let's say it lies in the future, but it cannot be accessed by except by making self-loving, self affirming decisions in the moment. In the moment. That's a lot of pressure, Capricorn. Okay. I'm not going to scare you, but it's a lot of pressure. Okay. So how are we going to do this effectively? Yeah. Whoa. Whew. Okay, Capricorn, you're going to own it. You're going to become the master. It's almost like you are, like if you're already like, let's trying to get, I'm trying to draw up an analogy here. Let's say you're a Capricorn, whether you're really young and you're growing into that Capricorn energy, or you're already deep in it, or you're a highly evolved Capricorn and you're already kind of like at your peak and your pinnacle, and you're realizing, oh my gosh, there's so much more to do. Like you reach one plateau and you think, wow, I finally achieved my goals. And then you look around and you realize, wait a minute. There's a whole other thing to learn and to do. Why didn't anybody tell me? You know? So making the decisions that work for you, okay? That you can, like, let's say, have evidential proof that they are the best and most rewarding decisions possible that work for you, so that you can, let's say, going at the very depths of your soul, where you're maintaining that mastery of heart, okay? And then turning that into like real life, three-dimensional evidence. How do we do that? It's almost like that's going to be your day job, Capricorn. How are you going to turn the energy of love into something tangible in the day-to-day waking life of yourself and others around you? Because Capricorn, a lot of people depend on you. You're one of those people where, for some reason, you know how it is being a leader? Like a lot of people don't want to do it. And if you show all the characteristics of somebody who has the gifts, the talent, and the abilities, and the responsibilities, and the capability to hold up that integrity under intense pressure, guess what? You're going to attract everything that nobody else wants to do. You're always going to end up having to make the big, tough decisions because no one else wants to do it. Because they want to be able to just go home and chill out at night and not have to worry about that stuff. This is the energy of knowing that you're going to go home at night, knowing that there is the potential weight of very big, heavy, important decisions still in your lap that have very big consequences for you and others around you. But you can handle it because you're a Capricorn. And whatever you can't handle right now, you're going to learn it for sure over the next 3 years as you come into this degree of sovereignty. So it is going to be an incremental step-by-step process, the continuation of this work in progress, okay? It's just going to be amplified a lot. And you could be tested. You could be very, very seriously tested. Like, in other words, you know, it doesn't mean you're just going to sit around and be the king of this and the king of that. Forget the gender, whether you're female or male, just like the sovereignty of self. You know, this isn't like the sovereignty that you just it lands in your lap and you were gifted with a golden silver spoon and just you can just go click. Oh, feed me some grapes. Oh, please fill up my wine. Oh, I need some new shoes. Please, somebody design me a new mansion. Thank you very much. No, it's not that kind at all. It's all about execution and leadership and management, doing what true leaders really, really do. It's a tough job to wear these crowns, okay? And like it or not, you're wearing them, okay? So where does that take us? Okay, understanding that it's very easy to mess up. It's so incredibly easy to mess up by making one wrong decision just to try and prove a point, okay? And so that kind of goes back over to here. In other words, with all this great power comes great responsibility, because you cannot indulge yourself in decisions that are just self-serving for egoic purposes, because that's going to end up biting you badly. It means taking the whole Capricorn energy of leadership and responsibility to the next level, where you have to make decisions that do not come out like this. So understanding and becoming starkly aware of the energy of futile, uh, ultimately lose-lose agreements, lose-lose decisions, lose-lose behaviors is going to become very, very apparent to you, okay, in stark, like three-dimensional reality. So let's have a look. So making these important decisions, realizing that each decision is an opportunity, and that opportunity lies in making healthy, uh, bountiful decisions. What if it works? What if it doesn't? What if it works? Well, justice served. Okay, that's great. In other words, it's like the realization, wow, it is a process. It really, really is a process. Decision by decision by decision by decision. Uh-oh, I messed up, because you might have indulged in yourself in a moment of weakness. Now we have to go back and start all over and repair that decision and fix it up, start again, a work in progress. Like this stonemason here, he might have overdug, and chipped a stone or something, and it was almost finished, and now he has to start all over again. That's what I'm talking about here. So every time we mess up, it's the realization, well, at least I learned from that. So justice is justice served. In other words, if there are painful lessons that come about in this process, in this journey, let's just say this little reading here is like a snapshot for 3 years, then it's like, oh, well, yeah, I guess I did overdo it. I wanted to prove a point. Oops. I wanted to get the job done quicker. I wanted to see if I could get off work early. And then you realize there's no escape for you, Capricorn. It's the Capricorn crown, the responsibility of leadership and the consequences of leadership. So it's again, more crowns here, but you can handle it, Capricorn. It might feel heavy at times, but it can be very rewarding. Where does that take us coming through this time right now? Okay, with the Page of Wands here, my feeling for you, Capricorn, is that with all of this stuff we just talked about here, it puts you in a position where, like, oh my gosh, you know what they were talking about on Tarot Illumination that time back in December 2017? Oh, I see. I get it now. There is still so much to learn. But that's exciting too, because it's almost like it's stimulating to, actually, like a lot of Capricorns, they really enjoy the process of achieving and managing and being successful. Yes, it can be a burden. Yes, it can be very tough. Yes, the ultimate goal is this for everybody and for yourself. But it's a huge, huge, like, mission, so to speak, okay? If you really want to take it to the limits of Tarot Illumination interpretation, to me, this is all about taking it to the max, about the healing power of love and how it works in the day-to-day world, how it manifests on a day-to-day basis, and then learning this over the next 3 years or so, and then realizing, wow, there is still so much to learn. Even though you've attained so much already, it's still a work in process. The process of decision making, especially really big, tough, important decision making, never ever stops. It never stops. You can treat yourself and love yourself now and again and give yourself a break, but ultimately there's always more to learn, and that's exciting. So it's never going to be boring for you, Capricorn. Not boring at all. It's going to be exciting, okay? And you're going to learn a lot. And then you're going to be rewarded and appreciated greatly for taking all of this on that a lot of us couldn't handle ourselves. Thank you so much, Capricorn. Please make the best of it. Bye-bye now.